new module LM317 module. This is LM317 adjustable voltage regulator or converter. So here we have the IC LM317T mounted on the heatsink. And then terminal block, which is the voltage in and ground. So this is where the supply is connected. And then to the other end, we have the voltage out and then ground. That is where the voltage out is connected. And then we have this 50 volts, 47 microfarad capacitor. Also there we have SMD type resistor 221 or 220 ohms. SMD type resistor. And then this potentiometer, okay, to adjust the voltage output. And then the SMD capacitor. So we're going to test this module. We can adjust the output because this is an adjustable voltage converter or voltage regulator. HMH mounted on DPCB. This is from online store. So let us test this module. This is step down. You can adjust step down converter voltage. Let us test this module. Volts. We're going to test this for our we're going to test this 9 volts to our voltage regulator. We need this battery holder to 2 pin. And then let us first see the voltage of the battery using the tester. Set to DC, measuring the battery, and then the positive is the small head, the big is the negative. 8.2726 volts DC. 8.26 volts DC. The voltage of the battery. Let us now connect. This is now will serve as the input. This DIY cable to the voltage in and then ground. The ground is the black pin. The ground, voltage in, we have now the supply. Then for the output, we're going to use this alligator clip for the tester because we're going to test the circuit. And then the other end would be these jumper cables for the positive and the negative. Connect now to the tester. So in here we have the connection, the output voltage, and then the input. Input voltage is approximately 8 volts. We're going to adjust the potentiometer. But here in the tester, we have 7.2, from 8 volts to 7.2. Let us adjust the potentiometer. Wait. Adjusting it to the left, counterclockwise. It is already in the end because I heard some clicking, taking sound. To the left. Wait. Okay, again. Let us again the measurement. We're going to adjust this potentiometer to the right. 7.36, 32, 6, 7, and then at the end we have this 1.25. That is the end of the potentiometer, from 1.25 to 7 volts. So if our voltage input is 9 volts or 8 volts, we can adjust it down to whatever voltage we are going to use. For example, if we need 5 volts, just adjust it, or we can still adjust it to the 1 volts, 1.1. We can adjust it to the left, counterclockwise. If we need 5 volts, we can adjust that to 5 volts. For example, 5 volts. 5 5 5 volts. 5 volts, 5.04. So by turning the potentiometer, we can adjust the voltage output. That is the voltage output. This tester is connected to the output. That is now the voltage output. From 8 volts, 8 point something, it becomes 5 volts. Step down. Or you can vary or adjust the voltage. We have now the figure 1, reverse engineering of our module. So reverse engineering, that is the tracing the connections of all the components in a circuit. So there is after the reverse engineering, we have now this equivalent schematic diagram of this LM317. So this correspond to this reverse engineering or tracing the connection. This is now, we're now going to see this diagram. So here we have the LM317 adjustable voltage regulator. Our input voltage is the battery, 8.26 volts. And into the circuit, this is there is a capacitor connected to the voltage input to the ground. So this is ground. ground voltage input, and to the adjust pin of this 317. So there is an adjust pin connected is the potentiometer to the ground, and then the wiper to the ground, and then the other end to the resistor B out. Then B out connected is the capacitor. So when we adjust the potentiometer here, it is now capable of adjusting the voltage up to 1.25, or stepping down the voltage to up to 1.25. So after there is a certain discrepancy, because our input is 8.26 but in the output 7.2 volts, because there is a resistance or voltage drop across the module of around 1 volt, approximately 1 volt. It should be 8.2, here 7.2. And then you can adjust the potentiometer up to 1.25, the minimum, or that is the voltage reference of the 317. So you can see here, this adjust pin, once the wiper is connected the pin to the contact 1, the R1 220 ohms is connected directly to the ground, some sort of feedback. So when the potentiometer connected to the middle, there is forming a voltage divider to the circuit. So adjusting this pin will cause to adjust the voltage at the output. For clockwise, decrease, counterclockwise, increase. That is the potentiometer. So this one is step down. So if you're planning to, it is just to decrease the voltage, that's why it's called step down. So when your input is 8.26 volts, so you can vary it from 1.25 to between 1.25 to about 7.2. That is the range of the potentiometer. And the use of the capacitor, what is the use of the capacitor? So it stabilizes the connection of the input and then the connection at the output for the circuit to stabilize the circuit.